Hello, everyone. Welcome again, and thanks for joining. It has been really wonderful, talking to many of you. Last few series of, web conferences that we had, webinars that we had, and we have seen a lot of good support from you. Many queries that has come, so we are always very happy to see counter questions, maybe some challenges that you share from your own experience related to business intelligence. So me and my team, we are very happy to connect with some of you offline also and to help your business scenario to understand what we have been talking about in terms of the business analytics, how this can be useful. Okay. And that's the whole purpose of, these series where we can connect with many people who haven't really connected with us earlier in terms of either through email or they know us or through call or whatever. But through the YouTube and the such videos, it definitely opens up a lot of opportunities for such interactions offline also, and you can put questions also after the video. So last series of videos were very, very successful. So we thank each of you for your active participation as well as for your nice comments, feedback, as well as questions that you ask us. So this really helps us to keep us on our toes and keep ourselves honest and to the point, so that we never miss our target of to benefit the businesses that people are doing with the help of the business analytics. Okay. So having said that, let's start today's session. So I think Pirendra, welcome to you for the session.
Thank you, Sanjay. Hello, everyone.
And in the last session also, Pirendra was with us, who is our, in-house expert on the business analytics, and he's the one who leads our the project and the efforts to work with businesses, suggest them what are the solutions that we can offer which benefits the businesses. Okay. So we started with a very generic idea about what is business analytics, how does it really help businesses to grow their revenue, to reduce their losses, to have better visibility and transparency about what's going on in their world, so that they take a data-driven, insight-based decision rather than go by the hunch feeling or go by their, some kind of wild guesses and some experience-based biases and so on. So most of us, we already know in today's world, data-driven decisions are the best which are possible. Okay. So that's what we try to teach to people to get into the habit of doing that, so that it helps your business to as much as possible. Okay. So having said that, I think for today, I'll say that today we try to do a little bit different thing. Most earlier videos focused on the generic aspects of the business intelligence, generic businesses. Today we thought we can start series of some specific business oriented analytics. For example, in some of the feedbacks, some people came back to us who were into manufacturing, some of were into the garment industries, ready-made, some of were into the IT itself, but different part of the IT, not the analytics. So we had a lot of diversity of interactions with people where they wanted to know, I know in general you guys are telling that this is an amazing thing for us, but we really don't know how it's useful for my business. Okay. So that's why we thought, we'll just take one particular industry at a time, and then we'll have a series of 4 or 5 videos so that, we can explain in more detail how exactly for a particular business domain or the part of the industry, business analytics can help them. Okay. So today we are starting first of the videos in this series where we are focusing on the fashions or the garment, ready-made garment industries. So we know in India, in last couple of decades, the ready-made garments has really picked up well. And gone are the days when, people used to have their custom, shirts or pants and whatever people wear, to be built by the people who provide these services. Now, most of the trend, almost 80-90% of the consumption, at least in the metros part of the India, is based on the ready-made garments. And fashion has a lot of role to play there, because cloth is not just clothes nowadays. It's a statement of your personality, right? So, and we all take this very, very seriously, whether it's about the men or women, kids in particular nowadays. Okay, so that's the area we'll focus this time. And uh, glad to say that our company Excellence, we had some experience in last couple of years of working in some leading industries in India as our client. And we have worked with them. So most of the things that we'll talk about will be based on our experience working in these projects, but also it will be based. Some of this also will be based on the market research, so that the audience that is listening to this will benefit from our research, our experience. Okay. So Priyanka, I think let's get started with the topic of today. And today, maybe in the first segment, we'll talk in general about, what do you think about how the business analytics really shapes up well to benefit the fashions or the ready-made garment industry. And then what we'll do, once you give us some idea about, 4 or 5 use cases where it can be beneficial. In the second part of this talk, we can focus on maybe pick one of the use cases, because each use case may take around 20-25 minutes or so, even if you be very brief. So maybe I think Pirenda, can you share with us, in your experience, how has the really business analytics helped the garment industry to increase their business revenue, to get a better idea about their business, have a better idea about what's happening, what's not happening, and based on that, whether they have, tried to use that data to increase their revenue or reduce their losses. Okay, so over to you, Priyanka. I think you're on mute, Priyanka. You need to unmute yourself.
Yeah, sorry. So in our last discussion, Sanjay, we discussed about the best tool in the BI space, and we discussed about the Power BI, right? So and today we will discuss how we can use business analytics and which tool we can use, and how we can fetch the insight. And the most important thing is what we can do using that insight, and how they are useful to a business, and how the business can reduce their losses, and they can improve or maximize their profit. So we'll discuss about that today. And in the this ready-made garment field, definitely I would say in India still there are a lot of opportunity to use the business analytics, because people are using just Excel, and they are creating a large tables in the Excel, and they are not just getting only the highlights from the data. They are just using all raw data, which is very huge raw data, and they are not able to identify what they want to see. They are just using row by row, millions of rows there. So using the VI tool, we can fetch the insight, and we can provide some useful information to the business. Using that information, business can take the right decision, what they should do to reduce the losses, or to maximize the profit. I'll give you a couple of example. Let's say if you are using the multiple stores, and if you have the multiple stores wherein you are paying some rent for the particular stores, you can compare whatever rent you are paying and what the sale is coming from there. If sale is very much low and you are paying very high rent, then why you should continue with that store?
Absolutely.
And similarly, in the in the other way, we can see if the sale is very much high in a particular store but rent is very much low, we can see, okay, what type of demand is there, can we open another store there? So that type of analysis we can do using the this BI tool, and using that raw data, which is probably not possible in the Excel. So I'll give you a couple of example more when I'll show you some demo using the Power BI tool, how we can make the most of and get the insight from the raw data, and we can use it for a company. Similarly, for the festive analysis also, we know in India, in the festive season, we use the traditional clothes. So we can see, okay, which type of clothes or the combo package of the clothes is in the demand, can be increased the inventory on the particular store or cities wherein the demand is high. So that type of analysis we can see. We'll discuss about those type of use cases today.
Yeah, I think that sounds very, very promising because for a minute, if I put myself into the shoes of someone doing business like what you're talking about, I mean, to me, it sounds very, very useful because, I mean, let me portray kind of, example just to say that, if I have a business, say, in Delhi or Mumbai of, say, even 5 shops each, I'll be very interested to know which of my shops are doing well, which are not doing well, and what is the correlation between shops doing well and not doing well from very, very different dimensions. Location can be one aspect. Then what are the type of products you are putting in different shops? That may be a factor and dimension. Then what is the timing of these products? And timing in terms of also how close it is in terms of festival. In the festival, are you really managing the extra demand that is coming because of the festival season? Because all we know, the October, November, December brings some extra demand pressure for garments in general. Okay, there are many more, but I'm just saying these are kind of very regular ones. So not only this, but also in terms of how the whole business as such is keeping itself ready for those demand and supply requirements to come. Is my supply really tied to the demand cycle that is being followed? Because as we all know, if you are a businessman or you are an industrialist, it's a very simple thing to understand that the cycle of supply needs to precede the demand part, right? Because, for example, to keep it in simple words, I'll say if I'm expecting that in the last quarter of a year I'm expecting high demand, my preparation for that needs to start at least a couple of quarters before that, because I need to find that I have the right supplier, the right quantity of the supplier and the products in mind, and so on. So this kind of tells me the idea that even if you feel like this is business analytics and telling me about the business in terms of data and all, but ideally it is just telling me what is the target that you need to be ready for, so that from that, to achieve the target, I can weave it down to my supply level and then choose that path so that I am ready for that moment when it comes. So to me, this is more like a crystal ball. It is telling me in advance that, hey, festival season coming, be ready for that. Most of the people know that, but if you can do that preparation in a smarter way, so that in Mumbai demand is like this, in Delhi demand is like this, in Chennai demand like, because the way the clothing, food, and all that changes across metros, cycle is very, very different. Even in some of the customer experiences, we have found, I think, Piran, that the way one metro divides, the way the one particular metro does, the way the consumer of one particular metro behaves is very different from another metro. The one combo of the clothes which is very famous in, say, certain part of Delhi may not be the same and different. For example, we know that the way South X behaves and the way the Noida behaves is very, very different, because the demography itself is very, very different. The payment capacity is different. The taste of fashion is very different. The way they see it kind of important enough to pay that much amount of money for that kind of fashion is very, very different. So we all understand all these things in a silos concept, but the business analytics, I believe, the way you're saying, Piran, helps us to kind of weave that together and create that spectrum and understand how they are correlated. And as a business, even if my demand is very, very diverse, my supply needs to be very different corresponding to that, I get to know in advance that how really I need to plan for it so that I'm ready when the demand comes, right? So I think that's pretty hopeful. So I think these are like maybe some of this is quite a lot of people may know already. Some of people may realize, okay, this is the pain, but so what? They might ask us how you guys can help us. So Pirindra, can you share something that some dashboard reports kind of, or some analytics format that you have done for some of the clients? And let's touch base some 4 or 5 use cases very, very quickly so that we know that what are the areas that typically people focus on, and how really that translates into understanding their own business with the help of data better and prepare for it better.
Sure, Sanjay. So let me share my screen and just let me know when it is visible.
Yeah, so I think once you can share, then I think Vince can help to bring it to the screen.
Just give me a moment. So let me share it once again.
So just in the meantime, while you do that, I think just sharing with people that, like I was saying earlier, uh, we had the pleasure of working with a lot of industries in the fashions and the garments. So what Priyendra is trying to showcase you, what are the, I mean, this is not comprehensive, to be honest, because if we do a session on this itself, it may take hours and hours, because it's a huge industry. And there are so many dimensional aspects of it. So what we're trying to touch base is that, a quick idea about, in general, what are the areas that typically people take to do the analysis based on data, so that, it benefits their business. Where the losses are happening, so that they stop it. Where the business is doing better, so that they can replicate it. Okay. So over to you, Priyanka. I think I can see the screen now.
Great. So, okay. So in today's call, we'll discuss about 4 or 5 different use cases, but we'll pick up in detail this one, and I'll show you the other use cases also, wherein we can use, to maximize the profit or reduce the losses. We can use that trick. So I'll show you that one also. So this is one of the use case to do the store label analysis. Let's say if we have the multiple store, then we want to see the performance of each store in just one view, how we can do that. So this is the one pager, and here on the top we have the high level information, what is the total sales of the all stores, and we are comparing with the previous year, and what is the growth percentage we can see here at the bottom. Then we have to L2L sales. I'll explain you what is the L2L sales also later on. And then quantity and other information like ASP, which is the average selling price. Then bill count. This is the unique bill count, and the comparison between the previous year. And then we have the ABS. ABS is the average basket size. So we can say average quantity per bill. And then we have ABB, which is the average basket value, or we can say average value or average amount per bill. So these are the information we have put on the top, and then we can see comparison between the previous year and the this year, which is FY20. We have selected at the bottom. We can select another year also from here. And one important thing which we have given here, that is the comparison year. So usually when we compare year on year comparison, we do the year on year comparison, we do the comparison between the current year to previous year, which is the current year minus 1. But after seeing this COVID situation in this year, let's say when we will move to the 2021, then of course we will not compare our data with 2020. Otherwise, there will be a huge growth, right? So we would like to compare 2021 with 2019. Then it will give the then only it will give the correct picture. So what we have done, we have make it dynamic. So you can choose your previous year. By default it is -1, current year -1, whatever year you have selected -1. But yes, you can decide if you want to do it -2, -3, -4, or -5. Accordingly, it will give you the comparison between 2 years.
Okay, so
And
basically
what is
we
the growth from the,
So basically we are saying if you want to compare 2 years, you can pick which 2 years to compare. They don't have to be like contiguous. They don't have to be 2019 and 2020. You can compare 2021 in future to the 2017, 2018 to 2020, and whatever you want. So choice is yours. Which one is 2 years? Okay, makes sense. I think that's smart.
That's right. Yeah. Then here we have displayed the store growth analysis in this scatter chart. And let me explain you the L2L word. We have put the L2L sales here. Then again, it is all, and L2L is coming here. So let me explain you this one. L2L is basically like to like. So we are comparing the like to like store. When I say the like to like, that means the store which was running in the previous year and
Mm-hmm.
in this year, they are like to like. For example, if you have 10 stores, but out of that 10 store, only 8 stores were running in the previous year, uh, complete previous year. Two store
Mm-hmm.
opened mid of the previous year. So basically, we don't have the 12 months data of the previous year for those two stores. Then they such a store would not be like to like. So we are saying completely it is working in this year and completely working in previous year. Then only we can compare the sales data or the quantity data, uh, such stores. Otherwise, what will
Mm-hmm.
happen? Let's say one store start at the March, in the March, let's say 2019, and we are
Mm-hmm.
comparing FYF to FY data. Then what will happen? In the previous year, it will show only one
Only three
month
months.
data. However, in current year, it will show the 12-month data. Then you will compare year on year. So there will be a huge growth, because
Skew.
one, you are comparing 1 month to 12 month. So that's
Right.
why we have put this logic L2L. So using this L2L, it will give you the correct picture of the stores.
So,
If you want to
Priyenka,
see the all stores, yeah, yeah.
so I think in the general view, what we can do, so this retail store analysis, I mean, what kind of picture it is giving to the business? I mean, from business
Yeah,
perspective, what exactly you see a businessman looking at it feels like, okay, very nice graph dimensions and all of that, but what's in
hmm.
it for me? I mean, what exactly I'm looking for? What's the insight for me in this?
Sure, Sanjay. So I'm coming to that point. So if I'm looking at this chart. So let me put it on the focus mode. Then I'll show you. On the one view, it is just showing me what is the best performance or best performer stores, which are
Mhm.
giving me a very good growth. So on the
Right.
x-axis, we have put the growth. So let's see this store. This store is giving almost 625% growth.
Mhm.
However, the sale is still low, not the very high, but yeah, sale can be in a range, but the growth is very much high. And these all green stores are just showing they have given a good growth. However,
Mhm.
if you will see, this store is giving a very good sale, almost more than half billion, but the growth is only just 2-3%. So we
Mhm.
can analyze which stores are giving the good growth, and then further we can see, let's say if this store is giving the good growth, then I will click here and see
Mhm.
and I can drill it down further. So here I can see all the information, what is the current year sale of this and the previous year sale, and what was the average selling price of the product, as well as we can see, okay, which type of brands are being sold here. So we can simply click on this arrow. This is the one kind of drill down arrow. So if I will click here, it will show me, okay, these are the brands. So I have put some dummy brands here. These are the brands which are in demand, and we can see the brand wise growth also for that
Mhm.
particular store, whatever we have
Got it.
selected. And out of those particular brand, we can see, okay, which products of that brands are being sold here. So
Got
we
it.
can see that information. If I will click again here, it will show me the further drill down information, and I can see which are the products are being sold here. So, or in the high demand, or the growth is very much high from the previous year. Then easily we can analyze. Okay, we can keep more inventory for such products, so because they are in very much demand in this particular store, probably the growth could be more higher. This is one of
Yeah.
the analysis coming. I'll tell you
Yeah.
the another one. We can see, okay, just show me these are my all green are good, but what will
Mhm.
happen are coming in red, that is the negative growth. Means
Mhm.
the last year sale was the higher and this year is the lower. So we
Mhm.
can identify the regions, but first we have to identify such stores. So just click and go to the filter pane. We can
Okay.
see, I want to see only red stores which have the negative growth. So I'll
Mhm.
go to the sales growth here and I'll put 0. So basically I'm going to filter less than 0, whatever sales growth is less than 0. So these are the stores we can see
Negative.
which have the
Yeah.
negative growth. Now,
Yeah.
further we can analyze those stores. So let's say this one has almost minus 63 percent growth. So if I will click, I'll see that store will come here, and we can see what are the growth by the sales, by the product. So that means if products are not being sold here, we can think about the alternative of this. Either
Mhm.
we should remove the inventory for those products, and we can keep the other products here, and we can do some, other activity also, so that we can improve the sales. So if you will see, these are all products have the negative growth.
Right, right. Yeah, I think we can get to more detail when we come back to this, the detail session for this. But I get a very good
That's right.
idea from what you're saying, because you're telling me that if I'm the businessman who has multiple stores, with this data, I'm able to find out what are the stores which are performing very well, and I
That's
will know
right.
the and I will know that what are the stores which are not performing well at all. And not only that,
Correct.
you're also telling me the distribution and the different aspects of each store, so that you know what could be the potential root cause for that. Maybe the location itself may be issue, because when you see that in a location there are 3 4 stores but all doing not so well, your common culprit can be that, is it location or something? So that can be one way of drawing the inference out of this. Another thing that you said is very interesting, is that for each store you tell me what is that store is selling, so that I could find a correlation between the loss and the products being sold by that location and that store. Okay, because it's like this.
Correct.
Ultimately, what is that? When I have to find, I mean, as a businessman, someone has to maximize the number of stores which are selling very well, and they have to minimize the stores which are not selling well. But in order to achieve that, you always have to have that struggle of knowing which ones are doing well, which ones are not doing well. And not only that, you have to get into the detail of it. Why certain stores are doing well? Why certain are not doing well? So you look from location perspective, you compare them. You can compare the stores also, right? In terms of
Correct.
location comparison, the product comparison, the size comparison, the rent level comparison, the demographics comparison. So I think so far people have enough data related to the business and the demographics around that. I think, I believe that correlation really helps to kind of know the root cause of it. What is that helps me to grow my business, and what's really that is not helping my business. So I feel nothing is more important than that. So that definitely store part is helping me to have that analysis. Is there any other dashboard that you have which
Yeah.
gives different?
Definitely. So one more thing I would like to tell you, and just to identify the store performance, how they are performing, that is the rent per square feet and the productivity by the
Mhm.
store. So as we discussed, either we will try to reduce the losses, then again it's a kind of profit maximization, or we'll
Mhm.
try to maximize the sale. So here we will discuss about the reduce the losses also. So
Yeah.
I have given here a comparison of the rent per square feet and the productivity. So I'll tell you the productivity first. So productivity means, you can say, sale per square feet. So if
Mhm.
we have a store and we have a defined area in that store, let's say 1,000 square feet, and we are giving some certain rent for that. So what my annual sale is coming from that store. So we have given
Mhm.
that analysis here. That is the sale per square feet, which is productivity, and the rent per square feet. So if
Mhm.
you will see these two stores coming on the right side, we have very high rent, but still the
Right.
sale is low. Sale is
Right.
low. So we
Nobody
can
wants.
identify what is the problem with those stores. Either we are we are paying the high rent, still we are not getting the good sale.
Yeah.
And if you will see on the top, these two stores in the green, we are getting very good sale here. However, you can see the rent is still low, is less than
Mhm.
400 rent per square feet. So
Mhm.
we can analyze this thing also. We can see, okay, which type of products are being sold here. If I will click on any of the store, then I will be able to see that in the bottom table, and further I can drill it down to the next level. I can see by the brand, which are the brands which are being sold, or which are the we can say the different products also. If I will click again on the drill down, so we can do that analysis, and we can do similar analysis with the other stores also, which are wherein we are paying very high rent. So we are just identifying the outliers in the positive side as well as in the negative side also.
Mhm.
So that is one of the aspects. So we can identify from here. We can think whether we should continue with these two stores or we should not. Using some other data also. So
Yeah, no,
on the one view, we are getting that information on one view.
no, that's pretty useful because that gives you very, very different perspective. Because a lot of people think, open the shop in the very, very posh area and then it will just be successful. No, I mean, you have to match the demand that exists for the demographics that exist there, right? You have to
That's
know
right.
the nerves of the market. You have to know the potential demand that may happen. Because what is working in one area may not work in another area, right?
Correct.
So if to a low rent area and the high rent area demographics may be very different, tests may be very different, and you're putting the same product, honestly, you can't expect the same result, but your rent will be definitely higher. So your input increases, output doesn't even
Correct.
match into another area. So definitely it's a loss. So I
Yeah.
get it. Definitely this analysis is going to open my eyes to so many different parameters in a very, very collective way, individual way. So I mean, the best part I'll say, Priyanda, that your analysis is not willing telling me as a chain of stores or as even chain of 2 stores or 20 stores or 200 stores, 2000, doesn't matter. First, it is giving me a collective view of the whole business as such, as a business, what is going well. Then it is telling me within the business, what is the small group which is performing very well, what is the medium group which is performing okay, and what is the other group which is not performing okay at all. And then it is telling me at an individual level, if something is performing well, some store, why it is performing well. If some store is not performing well, it is telling me from different perspectives why it is not performing well. So I believe this itself is such an eye opener. I mean, as a business, I'll be thrilled to have such information in my business and telling me constantly, at least on a monthly basis, boss, tell me what's happening. Because to me, this is more like if I say, kind of my thermometer of a business, if I can borrow that term. Okay. So other than retail store, I think is there any other perspective that retail store definitely is most important because that's the kind of face to the customer that you use to sell, right?
Yes, yes. So, once we have analyzed the store level performance, then we can analyze the product level also. So, let
Yeah.
me go to the another page, and here we have done some product bucket analysis, or we can say what customer is buying in their bill. So, is
Mhm.
there any kind of combination of the products customer are buying frequently, or
Mhm.
they are buying the exclusive products? So here we have given that analysis, and we have created this chart. So this chart is giving the complete information in one view. So I'll tell you what is this count, the combo count. So combo count one means the product is being sold exclusively. In a single will, only one product is there. So such type of will we have 48% or 48.5%, and rest in the rest wills we have 2, 3, 4, 5 combos. So we can say almost 52% of the bills have the multiple products. So we can identify what type of products combo are being sold, so that we can create some package to that such customers who are buying the product in the combos. So we have done that product combo or product bucket analysis here. So if you will see in this chart, we have taken the combo of two. Yeah, Sanjay, do you
Mhm.
have any question? Yeah.
No, I was just enjoying that what
Okay.
you're saying. Yeah.
Okay, so here we are seeing the combo of two products, because we are seeing the count of two is being sold almost 25%. So we are seeing out of the 25% of the combo coming in two. So the top one is the jacket and man K set, which is the man kurta set, basically is being sold highly in this year, whatever we have selected FY20. So we are getting such amount here using this particular combo. Then we have the list of the other combos here. So in one view we are able to identify, okay, what are
If
the
you put that in
combination
focus
of my
mode,
product.
if you put that box in focus mode, I think visibility might be better.
Okay, yeah, I
Because
hope
what
it
you're
is
saying
visible
is,
now.
yeah, it's very, very important because
Mhm.
first you told me in terms of a store performance and all. Now you're telling me how exactly you can sell so that you maximize it. That's pretty important.
Correct.
because there may be one product, two product, but maybe as a combo something is selling better. Why not? And there's no magic way to know that how some combo will be important unless you know the consumer consumption pattern, right? So it's such an eye-opener thing. I'm really excited to see this.
Yeah, and then once we can see this is the particular combo, so we can see the other information of this combo. If I will click on this, then I
Mhm.
will be able to see on the map in which cities or which state this particular combo is being sold. So we can see the
Mhm.
bubbles, different bubbles also. And
Okay.
bottom of the table, we can see, okay, what is the percentage or the contribution of that particular product. So for example, I have selected jacket plus man case set. Then I can
Mhm.
see here the quantity of the jacket and the quantity of the manke set is being sold in that particular combo. So here if you will look at the jacket, it is coming almost 38%. That means we can say 38% of the jackets are being sold in this particular combination.
Mhm.
Rest 62% are being sold in other combination or the exclusively. So why we should not create a combination combined package of these two particular product, and we can provide some discount, and then we can maximize the sale using
Exactly.
such
Make
trick.
some offer. Make some offer. Put them
Yeah,
as a
yeah,
even on the display. You could put it together so that people have visibility how they're coming together nicely. And I'll say, I mean, just
correct,
extrapolating what you're saying, I'll say when you try to keep it very close to each other in the shop, so that people have the idea that okay, this is what might be missing. If I'm having these two, by the way, I need this third one also, and then they could create their
correct.
combo themselves. Yeah, oh, pretty
That's
pretty
right,
nice.
and this is also very good idea. We can define where we should keep the particular product in our store. If we can
Exactly.
say in that store, jacket and manke set are being sold together, then we should
Mhm.
keep it together also. So
Yep.
that
Yep.
customer will come and they can see, okay, I want to purchase this one also. So
Right.
using this trick, we can get this particular analysis, and we can use the different filters. If I want to see in particular store, particular zone, or particular state, I can simply click, and the combination will be changed. Okay, if I want to see in the Telangana, then I will click here, and that particular table and the chart will be changed. And here maybe some different combo may come, because
Mhm.
in India we can see the different diversities by in the south different type of clothes are being sold, and in the north zone different clothes are being used. So
Yes.
using this filter, we can identify for that particular state or the store level performance also here
Yeah.
for the product combination. Using this particular drill down, we can see currently we are seeing count of two, because if I will leave this particular one, then two is the higher one, which is almost 25%. That's why I was seeing this one. We can see this three also. Simply we can select here three from here, then it will show all the combination coming in three now. So we can
Mhm.
see now it is showing jacket plus manke set and some other accessories like juti also. So
Mhm.
these three are being sold in the combination, and we are
Mhm.
getting such 71 million sales from these three combinations.
And then
So
this would
this
be
is one of the
very
analysis.
this
Yeah,
is a very important analysis. I'm just amazed to see different patterns and different insights I'm getting out of this, because honestly, it is telling me, even if you consider just 5, 6 top metros in India, just to pick one example from India, then it is telling me also a fashion statement, how fashion statement or fashion choice in one metro is so different from
that's
another
right.
one. And
Correct.
that way, I mean, no business can run. We all know that in theory, but this is proving to you by consumption pattern that how one size fit all cannot be true for a business to be successful. You have to really know the nerve of each city and each location of that city to know whether it's based on demographics, choices, payment capacity, and whatnot. But one has to know the nerve of each part of it to know what I need to put as an option on the table for that store, because only then you'll be successful, right? And only way to do that is, you know, use your historical data to your advantage, build such analytics on top of it, know these patterns, get this insight, and then implement it. Then it's like
Correct.
you are learning for your business history how to create your, a very, very different and bigger and better, more successful business future. So to me, it is such an important thing. To me, it is, I mean, I'll say that this has to be part of the strategy of any business which has a desire for being more and more successful. Because to me, my historical data is creating the future footprint for me for a better success. So I can choose so many words to display it, to say it, but I think I'm really, whenever I hear this story, I feel like I excited being, hearing it first. But it's so important. So thanks for sharing that. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. So the third one is coming as the festive analysis. So Sanjay, as we know, in the different seasons or different festivals, we could have the different demands of the products. So here we have done some festive analysis, and we have taken few India's festival, and we are trying to show in the comparison of the previous year how the growth is for that particular festival. Like we have taken here Navratri to Diwali, Puja last 30 days, Diwali last 10 days, and few other festivals also. On the top we are displaying the total performance, then in the charts we are displaying the festival wise performance. So we can easily see in which festivals we are getting the maximum sale. So of course we are getting in Navratri to Diwali. Then we can see, okay, which type of products are being sold here. So we can filter. So let me show you. If I will filter, yeah, here I have filtered Navratri to Diwali, and we can see here different brands. So for which brand we are getting the higher sale, and we can see here for brand 3 we are getting the higher sale. And further, using the further drill down, we can see in that particular brand. Let me put this drill down mode here active. If I will click here on the brand 3, now it will show me you by the different zone also, in which zone I'm getting the maximum demand. So in this particular festival, which is Navratri to Diwali, we are getting the maximum demand from the north zone. And if I will click again in this north zone, I will be able to see for which product I'm getting the high demand or the higher sale. And we can compare with the previous year also. In the comparison of the previous year, we can see the growth is negative in this year, because just due to the corona, I have selected the FY21. So due to the corona, in the Diwali period, the demand is lower than the previous year. So it is just showing the man ki set, which means the kurta set is being sold higher, and which is obvious. So we all know in the Diwali period we use the traditional kurtas and other things. So the sale of the kurta is very much higher. So it is giving me that analysis. I can select
Got it.
another festival. I can see that okay, in that particular festival, which type of cloths are being sold in which particular zone also. So it is giving me that analysis here, and we can increase the inventory to our stores of that particular zone. Like in the north, the demand is higher on the Diwali period. So
So I
that is one
think
of the analysis. Yeah. Yeah,
I
Sanjay.
think one interesting aspect I could think, is that, say you have a business which is pan India, and pan India, we know north, the south, east, and west. The festivals are different. They're quite different because even the intensity of this is different. The way Ganesh Puja, for example, is done in certain part of India is different from another one. So I think we could also see a pattern that. I can try to see it from two perspectives. One is that as different when the festivals, different festivals lead to a different demand in different areas. Okay,
Right.
and the same festival, if you compare even in 2-3 different parts of the India, then the way they portray themselves in terms of converting that into demand is very, very different. So one is the time series pattern of it, like which part of the year is the festival and how that is important, how you need to prepare for that in advance. The second part is within the same festival also, how you need to focus into those areas where those festivals are considered. For example, Durga Puja, we all know, is the biggest
Yep.
thing that happens in Kolkata, but you may not see the same
That's
intensity
right.
in Delhi and other places. Right? Similarly, Ganesh Puja in Mumbai and Hyderabad is perhaps much bigger than any other part of the India. If I'm right. So I think
That's
definitely these different dimensions helps me how to have my preparation specific to a particular festival or particular location, marry this together, then prepare differently based on these aspects. So definitely this is helping me getting into the nitty gritty of, understand your demand, understand the cycle of your demand, understand the location of your demand, and then how do you prepare for it as a business, and then you are future ready that way. So that's very nice. Yeah, I think that this was quite useful. Priyendra, you have any other than the festival analysis?
Yeah, so now we have the repeat customer analysis also. So we know the customer is very important for any business. So we
That's
can
important.
identify, yeah,
Mhm.
so one of the important part of the business actually customer. So here we are trying to gauge the repeat customer. So we know when we go to any store, there is chances of sometimes they don't take the number of the customer, but sometimes they take the number of the customer. So might be possible in 20% of the data we might not have the correct mobile number, but we are doing the analysis wherein we have the correct mobile number, and if any business is capturing the customer correct mobile number, we are doing this analysis on the base of the customer mobile number, and we are trying to identify what are the customers are my repeat customer. Can I put some loyalty offer to such customers which are coming time and again to my store or to my company? So we are trying to do such type of analysis here, and on the top we are just showing in the particular year the repeat customer count is 23K, which is this 2021. If I will select another year, because I called it Corona year, so some data is might misleading. Let me share. Select here FY20. It will give the correct picture. So here we have the total sales. Then we are trying to see what how many sales are coming from the repeat customer and what is the contribution in my total sales of that repeat customers. So we can say all more than 1 lakhs, 1 lakhs 10,000 we have repeat customer, which is 11% repeat customer we have in this year. And then these repeat customers are contributing almost 25% in overall
Wow,
stores.
that's huge number.
Yeah. So this insight coming from this data, and we are using the customer mobile number. Then here on the bottom we have displayed some other information. So let me see first this one, and we can see repeat customer is coming for which brand. Which brand is more attracting to the customers? We can see brand 3 is more almost. So all the repeat customer coming 1000 1 lakhs and 10,000, out of those 76% is coming only for brand 3.
Wow,
So this is more
so
important for
important,
me. And
so important
yes,
information.
yeah, if I want to see which product or which product in this brand 3, I can simply use this drill down button and I will click on this brand 3. It will show me the product label information for this brand and the contribution also. And in this bottom chart, we have displayed the zone wise, and we can see North zone is contributing almost 20%, 25% in the repeat customer, contribution.
Okay,
So
okay,
yeah, so let it be filtered. Then I'll show you a few other analysis also here.
sure. And this is very useful dimension, because I think all business loves, the repeat customer. Okay, but more important is, how do you make the repeat customer feel very important, well served, and their relationship with you respected. So, like, we all know the
Right.
concept of the loyal customers and the membership and all of that. But I believe, based on the loyalty and all of that, I think certain programs and offerings can be done as a business.
Correct.
How do we
Correct.
increase this 25% to 50%, so that, more and more repeat customers come to you? So for that, first you need to know how many repeat customers you have, what percentage, who are they, where are they, what has been the consumption pattern, why you think those repeat customers are repeat customers. So you have to go by the profiling aspects of all these things: consumption, the user, the repeat customers, and all of that. Then you try to see, as a
Correct.
business, how do you repeat that? because that's a success story for you. Repeat customer is a success. People are coming back to you. They're happy with what they got from you earlier. How do you make it better so that that customer is a loyal customer for future also? And how do you increase such loyal customers in future so that I mean, because to me, there can't be a better asset than a repeat customer, because that's more like a assured business for you. Because whenever such consumer has something in demand which your business is serving, you are in the radar first. That's so important, right? So I feel this very, very useful, for any business, to know your repeat customer, where they are, how to replicate that, the consumption pattern, the location, the products, the timing, and all of that. Okay. Yeah, please go ahead.
Correct. So this is the drill down of the brand three. So we know the brand three is contributing very high in for the repeat customer. So we have the drill down for the brand three, and these are the different products available under the brand three. So the man K set is and the Indo Western set is these two are the contributing almost. This is 32% and 17.66%. Almost 50% is the contribution of these two products under brand three. So we are able to identify which type of products are being purchased by the repeat customers. So this is one of the analysis, and the second we have put here again the store level analysis, you can say. So here we have put at the bottom, let me show you, this is the repeat customer contribution in the sales for the different stores on the vertical axis, on this horizontal axis. On the vertical axis, we have put the sales coming from those repeat customers. So here we can see there is one outlier. But in this particular store, we are getting very high sale from the repeat customer and almost 25% contribution of this sale. And we can see there are few stores wherein the contribution is almost 36% of the repeat customers. So there here the repeat customer count is very much higher. Although sale is low, but the repeat customers is coming time and again in these stores coming on the right side. So this is the store level analysis again, and we can see the contribution of the repeat customer for the particular stores.
Yeah.
At the bottom, we have displayed this map. In this map, we are trying to display the different cities of the India and the repeat customer sales contribution. So because we have displayed all these cities, we can select any particular zone. So it will be easy to identify. If I will select North Zone and then I will make it bigger, now it will show me only the data for the North Zone or the cities for the North Zone only. And then we will be easy to identify. So this is the map for the North Zone. Here we can see one big bubble. This one, if I will hover here, it is showing me New Delhi. So in the North Zone, if I will go by the cities, then New Delhi is the one of the city wherein I'm getting the maximum repeat customer sales.
Yeah.
So this is the analysis for the repeat customers. And we have one more, that is the L2L sales. So again, the L2L sale is the like to like, as I have explained, the like to like stores completely working in the previous financial year and in this financial year. Then only they will come to the like to like, and we can see the comparison by the different brands of such stores of the sale, and with different states or different cities also. Then here or at the bottom, we have displayed the tabular view also, so that you can easily see the data, and you can use the export to Excel data if you want to do some analysis in the Excel using this data. So we have put those tabular view here also.
Got it.
Yes, Sanjay. So this is in the L2L part.
Great. So I think we are almost close to the end of the session today. So I think whatever we covered today, I think at least to the audience, key takeaways can be that understand for a specific industry like the fashions or the ready-made garments industry. You hear about the approach. How do you use the business analytics to serve the better purpose for the business, which is already going well for you. So you can use this these use cases that we have shown to understand that how it has helped some businesses in India to increase their businesses and reduce their losses. So I think maybe one point I thought I'll highlight earlier. So whatever examples that Priyan has shown, this is not based on the actual data of a company, but the pattern is based on the actual clients that we have worked with. So the story is real. Okay, the you can say the way we have shown the characters, they are different if I put the cinematology terms. But I think the story that you've heard is from the reality. So it's not like a use case based on some theoretical aspects and model as such. These are based on the multiple clients that we have worked in the garments industry. And this is based on the kind of reports and the dashboard that we had built for them. This is the way they have benefited. So the only request I'll make is that, please reach out to those who understand these aspects in your company. If you're part of any garments or fashion industry, talk to them, show them this video, discuss with them this video, and kind of make them understand how other businesses in this area are benefiting from the fruits of the business analytics and how your business can benefit too. Why to be behind in the competition, right? Because if the competition is doing something good for the better of the business, if you're not doing this, you're being left behind. So there's a huge message for anyone who is important in a company to understand that this is really very strategic to pay attention to. And should you have any question, I think we'll put our details in the description of this video. And because this will be a YouTube video, you can come back and consume that in bits and pieces as per your comfort level. And whenever it is needed, you can reproduce this video, showcase to others. And we'll also add our contact details of our company, of Akscellence, so that you know how to reach us. And in case you or anyone in your company, in the management, are interested to discuss further, to make a case for you how this can be useful for you, I think we can have a discussion. We are not going to charge you anything for that from our company. We'll be happy to sit on a table, a virtual table nowadays, but with you, and then have a discussion about your business, what exactly you are doing in terms of gathering the data, how we think you are ready to create some business analytics for you, how you can benefit, and some specifics part of it, exactly. We have shown multiple generic features, but maybe some of them apply to your business, some of them don't. So I'm just saying all these in details to put in thoughts to you so that you can start thinking in terms of how to reap the benefits of business analytics to get more and more business for you, to reduce the business loss that you may be incurring, or maybe the growth that you may be having may be satisfied with. You may not know you have a lot more to grow. So let's work together on that. Please do contact us, and we are very easily reachable. And once you have email from you, definitely someone from my company will contact you, and we'll get it from there. Okay. So thanks everyone for participating, and would like to thank again many other audiences who had joined us in the earlier sessions also. We are very happy, and we are really enjoying as a team to have these sessions for you, because this not only gives us opportunity to connect virtually with many of you, but also we get a lot of feedback to know exactly what are the kind of videos we need to do, what are the kind of videos which are helpful for the people, and how we can connect with them to help their businesses to grow more and more. Okay. So thanks again, Priyand. I think all the insights that you have shared, that was really amazing. And I find most of the businesses will really find with wide open eyes, oh my God, I didn't know this. It's really so simple and easy to use. And hopefully, I think we get a chance to serve more and more customers that way and to help their businesses. Okay. So thanks, Priyand, and have a good day. Okay.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
everyone.
Thanks, Sanjay. Thanks, everyone. Bye.